Well, my name is Javier Perez, and I'm going to talk about the zero-gravity 3D technology. I come from the Instituto Tecnológico of Informática. And, well, the first question you must be asking yourself is, what is the zero-gravity 3D technology? Well, it is a solution we designed for industrial inspection, and the main idea is to inspect the pieces from multiple cameras. So the objects are coming in a conveyor like this, and then we place them in the center of a sphere with many cameras around it. And when the object is mostly in the center of the sphere, we take a picture with each of these cameras, and then we start to inspect it. This has some advantages, as you can see. This is a 360 degrees inspection. We are capable of inspecting up to 800 pieces per hour, so more than one piece per second. And then we do three different kinds of analysis. We do geometric and surface analysis, we do GD&T metrology, and also classification. Well, what our device goes from these 16 cameras to 3D reconstruction that we are able to inspect and detect some defects or whatever is in the piece we are inspecting. First of all, we do a 3D reconstruction, as I said before. This is an example of an orange we are inspecting for a project with fruits. Then we do a classification, because depending on the type of fruit, exactly the type of orange, we will set different thresholds or different measures to do it. Then we align it with a reference, because maybe in the case of oranges it's not so important, but in the case of industrial inspection it is really important to align it. So we align the 3D reconstruction with our reference model, and then we start doing the analysis. The first of all is a geometric analysis. We compare the 3D reconstruction we just made of the object we have inspected with the model. So we can see here the parts that are missing in our 3D reconstruction in blue, and the parts that are extra or shouldn't be in the piece we are inspecting in red. Then we do surface analysis, because we can also analyze the surface in search for scratches or whatever we can find on it. So we have an example of wood. We are looking for some knots or maybe porosity in the wood that shouldn't be there, or just cracks or anything that shouldn't be there. And at the end, it's also possible to do a GD&T analysis, in which an engineer defines what we should measure in this piece. For instance, we have some lengths, some angles, or whatever, and we measure these different parts and decide if it's inside the engineered threshold or not, and if the part should be rejected, or it can go on the conveyor. In order to develop all this technology, we had to do different research lines to investigate in different topics. So we have here 4 that we are currently researching. And well, the first of all is multi-view 3D classification, because some parts in the industry are really similar to other parts. We have parts that are a reflection of the other, and it is quite difficult to classify them from just one images. So we are mixing all this information from different cameras. And we are also able to discard unknown objects, because this is quite important, because in our production pipeline we don't want to introduce objects that we don't know what they are. And we require a precise classification, and it is simulation-based training. So we just need a reference. We don't need hundreds of images from a dataset to train. We just need a reference model, and we train it, and we are capable of classifying these objects. The next research line is pose estimation. As I said before, we have to align the reference to the 3D reconstruction we have just made. So we need a pose estimation. And we do this from multiple images also. And it is based on simulation. So we just, with the reference model, are capable of training some characteristics in order to align them. And we use information from multiple cameras and align the object. We also use geometric as well as texture characteristics, so we can align objects without texture or with texture. Then we have the multi-view stereo 3D reconstruction. This is something we are working on because most objects from industry doesn't have a texture that works well with current stereo reconstruction. So we are working with multi-view stereo 3D reconstruction that works with many cameras, and we can achieve better precision, mainly in the inner 3D structure of the objects. And finally, we are also working in surface anomaly detection, which the main difference with current research lines is we're just training from non-anomalous samples, because in 3D manufacturing we rarely have all the defects available to train, so we have to train just with the correct pieces. And then we also provide a 3D localized surface anomaly detection. Then, well, I will present some success stories that we are that we have currently installed in the industry. We have the Recycle Compound Pro device that it is installed in the automotive sector. It provides automatic detection of contaminants. Pieces go in the conveyor and fall in the device. So we are having a multiple view from different cameras. And we detect if these pieces have any contaminants and can't be recycled. So nowadays it is processing around 1.7 tons of recycled material, and it is a 100% inspection, 360 inspection of the pieces. And it takes almost 3 seconds per piece to be inspected and discarded or processed. We also work in different topics. We also are working in bottle stoppers made from wood or cork, trying to find surface anomalies or geometric anomalies. We also work for the automotive sector, measuring springs, as you have seen some in the previous slides. And we are also starting to work in plastic injected industry, trying to find defects in the production. As you can see here, some coffee samples that are defective or not. This technology is protected by 5 patents that we have already contributed, and there are 2 additional patents in progress. We have more than 18 contributions in this technology in high impact factor journals and conferences. And finally, this is our institute, so here is my contact in case you want to talk more about this technology. We are more than 320 employees and we have 30 years of experience. We are in Valencia in Spain. And well, we have some flyers of this technology in case you want. And well, this is all from my side. If there are any questions.